Hello, Mark. My name is Tinson. My student number is 56. I'm a freshman. Kelsey Brown, know your worth, and then ask for it. No one will ever pay you what you're worth. No one will ever pay you what you're worth. They will only ever pay you what they think you're worth, and you control your thinking, not like this, although they will be cruel. Laughter. They will be really cruel instead like this. Clearly defining and communicating your value are essential to being packed well for your excellence. Anyone here want to be packed well? Okay, good. Then this talk is for everyone. It's got universal applicability. It's true if you are a business owner, if you are an employee, if you are a job seeker. It's true you are a man or a woman. Now, approach this today through the lens of the woman business owner, because in my work I've observed the woman underpriced more so than men. The gender wealth gap is well-traveled narrative in this country. According to the Bureau of Labor Statistics, a woman employee earns just 83 cents for every dollar a man earns. What may surprise you is that their trend continues even into the entrepreneurial sphere. A woman business owner earns just 80 cents for every dollar a man earns. In my work, I've often heard women express that they are uncomfortable communicating their value, especially early on in business ownership. They say things like, I don't like to toot my own horn. I'd rather let the work speak for itself. I don't like to sing my own praise. I hear very different narrative in working with men's business owner, and I think it's different is costing women 20 cents on the dollar. I would like to tell you the story of a consulting firm that helped their client dramatically improve their profitability. This company is my company. After my first year in business, I saw the profit increases that my clients were realizing in working with me, and I realized that I needed to reevaluate my pricing. I was really underpriced relating to the value I was delivering. It's hard for me to admit to you because I'm a pricing consultant. Laughter. It's what I do. I help companies price for value, but not this. It's what I saw, and so I sit down to evaluate my pricing, evaluate my value, and I did that by asking key value questions. What are my clients' needs, and how do I meet them? What is my unique skill set that makes me better qualified to serve my clients? What do I do that no one else does? What problem do I solve for clients? What value do I add? I answer this question and define the value that my client got from working with me, calculated their return on investment, and what I saw was that I needed to double my price, double it. Now, I confess to you, this terrified me. I'm supposed to be the expert in this, but I'm not cured. I know the value was there. I was convinced the value was there, and I was still scared out of my wits. What if nobody would pay me that? What if clients say, that's ridiculous, you are ridiculous? Was I really worth that? Not my work, mind you, but me. Was I worth that? I'm the mother of two beautiful little girls who depend on me. I'm a single mom. What if my business failed? What if I fail? But I know how to take my own medicine, the medicine that I prescribe to my client. I have done the homework. I knew the value was there. So when prospect came, I prepared to proposal with the new high pricing and sent that out and communicated the value. How's the story end? client continue to hire me and refer me to recommend me. And I am still here, and I share this story because doubt and fear are natural and normal, but they don't define define our value, and they shouldn't limit our earning potential. I would like to share another story about a woman who learned to communicate her value and find their own voice. She runs a successful web development company and employs several people. When she first started her firm, and for several years thereafter, she would say, I have a little web design company. She actually used those words with clients. I have a little web design company. In this and in many other small ways, she was diminishing her company in the eyes of prospects and clients, and diminishing herself. It was really impacted her ability to earn what she was worth. I believe her language and her style communicated that she didn't believe she had much value to offer. In her own words, she was particularly giving her service away, and so he began her journey to take responsibility for communicating value to clients and changing her messenger. One thing I share with her is that it's so important to find your own voice, a voice that's authentic and true to you. Don't try to channel your sister-in-law just because she's great salesperson or your neighbor who tell a great joke if that's not who you are. Give up this notion that's tilting your own home. Make it about the other party. Focus on serving and adding value, and it won't feel like bragging. What do you love about what you do? What excites you about the work that you do? If you connect with that, communicating your value will come naturally. So she embraced her natural style, find her voice, and changed her messenger. For one thing, she stopped calling herself a little web design company. She really found a lot of strength and power in communicating her message. She now charges 3 times as much for web design, and her business is growing. She told me about a recent meeting with a gruff and sometimes difficult client who have called a meeting questioning progress on search engine optimization. She said in the old days, that would have been a really intimidating meeting for her, but her mindset was different. She said she prepared the information, sat down with the client, said this isn't about me. It's not personal, it's about the client. She took them through the data, through the number, laid out the trends and the process in her own voice and in her own way, but very directly say, here's what we've done for you. The client sat up and took notice and said, okay, I got it. And said in describing that meeting, I didn't feel scared and panicked or small, which is how I used to feel. Instead, I feel like, okay, I got this. I know what I'm doing. I'm confident. Being properly valued is so important. You can hear in this story that implications range from beyond just finance into the realm of self-respect and self-confidence. Today, I've taught 2 stories, one about defining our value and the other about communicating our value. And these are 2 elements to realizing our full earning potential. That's the equation. And if you're sitting in the audience today and you are not being paid what you are worth, I would like to welcome you into this equation. Just imagine what life could be like, how much more we could do, how much more we could get back, how much more we could plan for the future, how validated and respected we will feel if we will earn our full potential, realize our full value. No one ever paid you what you are worth. They will only ever pay what they think you're worth, and control their thinking. Thank you. Applause.